All right, so let's see what we have here. So in our first equation, we're wanting to have C2H2 on the right, and here we have it on the right, so we're going to leave that reaction alone for right now. And let's look at our next one. H2O gas on the left, H2O gas on the left, so we're going to leave that alone for right now as well. Let's check out this one down below. We've got C2H6, all right, the O2s. CO2 is on the right, and we want it on the left. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this reaction. Remembering when we flip, we also flip the sign of delta H. So now we have 3H2O gas plus 2 CO2 gas gives us C2H6 gas plus 7.5 oxygens. Flipping that delta H, we now have 283 with a positive sign. Okay, so I've got my main things matched up now. I've got the C2H2 matched up. I've got my CO2 in the right place. So let's try and see now. We got to work with these waters, water vapor, and the oxygen gas. Here I have 3 waters, and here I have 1. So if I add that up, I'm going to end up with 4 waters on the left. I cannot flip this reaction again because it needs to be where it is. So that tells me that I'm going to have to flip this one. The reason I know that is because I need to cancel out some of these waters. If I add them right now, I have 4. If I flip it, then this 1 cancels with this 3, and so now I'll have 2 waters. But I needed to cancel even more than that. I want 1 water. And so I'm going to flip this equation and multiply it by 2. That way, I now am going to end up with 2 waters on the left, 2 water vapors. And so those 2 water vapors will cancel out with this 3 and leave me with 1 total on the left, which is what I wanted based from the target. So let's see what else we've got here. By doing that, I'm going to have 2H2 gas, and that also is going to create, let's see, 2 times 1/2 plus O2. So now that I flipped and multiplied by 2, I need to change the sign and multiply by 2, so I'm going to have negative 142.4. Okay, so let's check this out now. My H2O gas is right. My H2s, let's see, if we add them all up, they're going to go ahead and cancel 2H2 and 2H2. Let's check our oxygens. We have 7 halves on the side, and we need it to be 5 halves. So I'm hoping I've got 2 halves over here, which I do, right? 1 oxygen is the same thing as 2 over 2 oxygen. And so this is all looking good. So let's add it up and double check. Okay. So 2 H2O gases go away. This becomes a 1. My H2s go away. My 2 O2s are going to go away. This is now going to become a 5 halves. My H6 goes away. And I think that's looking good. So we rewrite this now. H2O gas plus 2 CO2 gas gives me C2H2 gas. And what else do I have left? The oxygen, plus 5 halves oxygen, which is what I wanted, so I know I've set it up correctly. H2O plus 2 CO2, remember that's the same thing as 2 CO2 plus H2O. So I'm going to plug this into my calculator, and I get delta H now to be 235.1 kilojoules.